Okay, so we are going to play a nice game about pollution. Air pollution, land pollution, water pollution, noise pollution. So how this game works, you are going to stand up, but not yet. Listen. If I tell you something and you want to say yes, you sit down. No means standing up. So if I ask you, is oil the cause of water pollution? Are you going to sit down or stand up? You're going to sit down because then you mean yes. So if I ask you, noise pollution is fake, are you going to sit down or stand up? Stand up. Because it's not fake. Okay. So that's how the game works. Quickly stand. No talking. No talking. Oi. Pick up your chair. And then lift it up. And then you put it down. Just scrape it across the floor. Please. Guys, so you are correct. Please keep quiet. Please keep quiet. Stand still. No, I'm waiting for everyone to be quiet. I'm waiting for you to stand still. The first question. I'm waiting. Let's see how many will guess this one correct. Airplanes are one of the causes of land pollution. I'm going to ask again. Okay. Airplanes are one of the causes of land pollution. If you sit down, you're incorrect. Airplanes are one of the causes of air pollution, not land pollution. Okay, the next one. Oil spills are good for the environment. Oil spills are good for the environment. Remember, when you sit down, you are saying yes. When you are standing up, you are saying no. So I'm going to ask again, is oil spills good for the environment? No, so you should be standing up. Well done. My next question. Wildfires are caused by humans.
One chance because then we're going to get it right.
Yes, I'm only giving you one chance. Okay, so listen here. Wildfires are caused naturally. Sometimes it can be caused when someone is smoking a cigarette and throws out of the window. So that was a trick question. But I meant it like wildfires happens naturally. Okay, I think we are going to stop this game because you can't do it without making noise. The next question. Noise pollution. Noise pollution refers to loud noises that's harmful to the environment, to animals and people. You have to sit down because it's true. So you are saying yes. Okay, and that was our game. I'm going to let us play it again at the end to see if we can do better. Okay. Now I'm going to show you a slideshow. We are not going to talk. Let me set it up. I'm going to do pollution. Who can tell me the 4 types of pollution we can get? Yes.
Water,
Yes.
air, land.
And? Who can tell me what's on the next one?
Air. Pollution.
We get water, land, air. Did I say air? Water, land, air, noise pollution. Do you know noise pollution? It is what it says it is. It's noise. When there's too much noise, too much loud noises, like an ambulance, the siren of an ambulance, or a police car. It hurts your ears, ne? If you're close to it. And it's not good for the environment. Take it open us. It's not good for the animals. It's not good for us. What about an airplane? Does an airplane make noise?
Yes.
Who have seen an airplane fly by? And did you hear it?
Yes.
Yes, so if you can hear it, and it's high up in the sky. So if you can hear it, just imagine how a bird must feel. Because a bird is closer to the airplane than we are. So imagine that bird's ears. Do you think it's painful?
Yes.
I think the bird doesn't like that sound. It's bad for the birds. Okay. Now I'm going to show you some pictures.
Okay, then go to the office quickly.
I'm going to show you some pictures on a slideshow. Then a video. Okay, let's watch the video. If you can't see clearly, I'm sorry, but it will get better now.
Hey friends, do you like what we see here? Air pollution consists of toxic chemicals and other harmful particles that have an adverse effect on our health and ecosystem. But what causes air pollution? In today's episode, let us enter the filthy territory of air pollution and explore its lethal consequences on our lives, environment, and the world. Zoom in. A tiny percentage of air pollution comes from natural sources like volcano eruption, dust storms, allergens, and wildfires. And we don't have any control over pollution caused by any of these natural sources. But what we have control over is human activities that are responsible for most of the world's air pollution. Yes, my friends, right from smoking cigarettes to burning fossil fuels to driving cars and releasing toxic smoke from factories tarnish the air you breathe and cause severe health and environmental problems. For example, when we burn fossil fuels like decomposed plants and organisms, they discharge carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases into the air. These gases in turn trap heat coming from the sun in the Earth's atmosphere, resulting in a rise in global temperature and is a major factor behind global warming. This rise in temperature sets a chain of events and intensifies air pollution by increasing the level of smog in the environment. Smog is a type of air pollution that reduces visibility and makes the air hard to breathe. It engulfs the surrounding in a brown and grey haze, which is common in industrial areas and remains a familiar sight in cities like Los Angeles, California, and Delhi in India. Not only that, but air pollution can also make people very sick. Apart from breathing issues, It can cause diseases such as lung cancer, respiratory infections, and heart disease. You won't believe it, but according to the WHO, nearly 2.4 million people die each year from air pollution. So, my dear friends, it is our duty and responsibility to take the matter in our hands to save our planet and future generations. But the most crucial question is, how can we help to reduce the ever-increasing air pollution? Well, we can do that by spreading awareness amongst our friends and family about the consequences of burning fossil fuel and urge them to reduce its usage as much as possible. Even a small step such as switching off the lights, TV, or any electrical device when not in use can help in reducing the level of air pollution. Also, one of the easiest ways to control air pollution is by limiting the use of private cars and vehicles and opting for the public transport system, or walking or riding a bicycle whenever possible. And little by little, step by step, we will start to see the difference, and the world will be a healthy, happy place to be in once again. Trivia time! Did you know the biggest single air polluter is road transport, such as cars? Not only that, air pollutants emitted from cars are believed to cause cancer and contribute to problems such as asthma, heart disease, birth defects, and eye irritation. Also, air pollution is not a recent occurrence. In 1952, the Great Smog of London killed 8,000 people. But unfortunately, we didn't learn our lessons yet and are continuing to make the same mistake of harming our environment. Remember, my friends, as the great Carl Sagan said, and I quote, "The Earth is the only world known so far to harbor life. There is nowhere else, at least in the near future, to which our species could migrate. Visit, yes. Settle, not yet. Like it or not, for the moment, the Earth is where we make our stand."
So this video is going to tell you more about each one, all four pollutions we get.
Let's understand each type of pollution one by one. At first, air pollution. Air pollution happens when the air is dirty. We cannot breathe properly in dirty air. Smoke from cars, industrial chemicals, wildfires, and volcanoes make air dirty. The smoke released from burning fossil fuel is also a major cause of air pollution. It includes oil, coal, and natural gases. A large number of industries are also causing the release of industrial smoke and dangerous gases like carbon monoxide, hydrocarbons, organic compounds, harmful chemicals, and more from the mills and factories to the environment. Air pollution is also the reason of increases in global warming because of increasing atmospheric temperature due to the vast increasing level of greenhouse gases. These greenhouse gases again cause the greenhouse effect. It forces the glaciers to melt, sea levels to increase, and our climate to change. Air pollution is one of the major causes of cough, asthma, burning eyes, and also some lethal diseases like cancer, bronchitis, heart attacks, kidney diseases.
What pollution do you think that is?
Now we will learn about water pollution. It is the worst and most dangerous form of pollution. Water
That's why
pollution
you
is the
can't
contamination
and
of water
you have
bodies.
to get an
Water pollution
inhaler.
happens when dirty particles,
It's when you maybe do
substances,
too much
or
exercise,
chemicals that
then
make
your
water
lungs
contaminated
can't breathe, they
are
can't get enough
discharged
air.
indirectly
So
or
then you get
directly
the
into
inhaler
the water body.
I want you to have
Pollutants
this
get into water mainly
teaches
by
me a
chemicals
lot
or
about
chemical
asthma. And none of the time is
Oil is also a big pollutant for polluting the water. Leaks oil from the ship or other modes, flows to the sea or ocean, and affects the whole water. There are some other reasons too for water contamination, like leaching of rocks, decay of organic matter, decay of
Okay, so you saw the ships. They leak oil, and that oil is dangerous for
Water
the fish.
pollution also affects the population, an entire functioning ecosystem that live in the waters. Some substances used by farmers to kill pests or weeds seep into the ground and make the groundwater unfit to drink. Dirty water may cause skin disease, anorexia, dysentery, amoebiasis, and more. Drinking dirty water is very hazardous to your health.
Can we drink tap water here in Wetang? No, we cannot. It's dangerous.
Now we will learn about soil pollution. Soil pollution is the destruction of the Earth's land surfaces. It is caused by solid waste and chemicals. Land is being polluted through the toxic substances released by the use
They
of
call it
chemical
soil
fertilizers.
pollution. That's also correct. But today we are going to refer it to land pollution.
Not
Okay.
only this, the radioactive pollutants from some sources, like nuclear reactors, hospitals, explosions, and more, go very deep into the soil and remain there for a long time and cause soil pollution. All of the soil contaminant is getting mixed into the fertile land, and it causes a variety of health disorders, such as respiratory illness, bronchitis, cancer, and asthma. Many environmental groups, our governments, and ordinary people are working to control pollution. Here is your chance to take care of our world. Are you ready for the initiative? Let's understand some steps for controlling pollution. If the weather is good and you do not have too far to go, you should consider walking or riding your bike. Organic vegetables and fruits are grown by farmers who avoid using harmful chemical pesticides. We should consume these more. You can avoid buying stuff which becomes waste. Never use open fires for disposal of waste, especially plastic and chemicals. Trees.
Can we throw a plastic bottle into the fire while we are busy? No. We can't do that. Nee? We can't burn other things in the fire that's harmful. I can't throw a plastic bottle into the fire. What else can't I throw into the fire? Cans. That can be dangerous. Yeah. Okay, then next. So I did not talk about noise pollution, so I'm going to show you here. We are going to carry on the PowerPoint now. Yes.
Especially when you put petrol in fire, it makes a very big, strong fire.
Yes. Okay, so let's go to the slides and then I'm going to explain to you what happens to each one. Okay, so now that we know what the different types of pollution are, we're going to do an activity in our books. You are going to write today's date. Okay, today's date, and then you're going to write sorry, that's not correct. Then you're going to write the heading. The heading will be pollution. And remember to underline your work. Okay, and while you do that, I'm going to draw the blocks on the board and explain to you how we are going to do it. Yes, Fazile? Yes, Ron, you can write the date how your teacher tells you to, but I'm going to leave mine like that. Okay? Your teacher says cursive, then you can do it cursive. What You have to have your life skills book. Do you have a life skills book? Okay, so now I'm going to show you how it will look, what it will look like in your book. Who is talking? Who is carrying on when I ask you to keep quiet? Thank you. Let's carry on. You have 4 colors: red, blue, orange, and green. Now each block represents a different pollution. Who can guess? What does the blue represent? Yes. Water pollution. And the green? Yes. Land pollution. And what about the orange? Who did I? Yes. Air pollution. And the last one will be, Muhammad? Noise pollution, yes. So you are going to write the date. You should have done that already. The heading, pollution. Then you're going to paste this in your book. Fazile? Yes? You don't? Okay, look if it's that one that's maybe there. Oh. Fazile, then you should have it with you. Maybe look in your bag. Look, search for it. Because ma'am doesn't have any books here with her. Okay, so, but before you do anything else, look here. You are going to write on top of each block what it is. So the first one we said is noise pollution. So you are going to write noise pollution on top. Nice and neat. Then you are going to leave out 2 lines. Okay, leave out 2 lines. Then you write the next one on top. Water pollution. Then the next one will be yes, air pollution. You have to say it louder. Air pollution. Thank you. The next one? Land pollution. We already have air and noise. So the last one will be land pollution. We already have water pollution. And again, underneath, leave 2 lines open. If you are done, then you can go and draw a picture of each one inside the block. So for the first one, the red one, you can tell me it's noise pollution. And what did we say causes noise pollution? An airplane. So that would be an easy one to draw. Or the sirens of from a police car, yes. Yeah? Yes, you may. Then water pollution is easy. You can draw the ocean, the water with plastic inside. Plastic floating. The picture we saw, the plastic floating in the ocean. And air pollution, you can draw a factory. Do you see this, if you are playing outside, do you see there's this big, tall building? Yes. If you're on the B field and the A field. Yes. That's rand carbide. Do you see how many smoke it releases? Yes. That is bad. So you can draw that building, draw a tall building and smoke coming out, like the pictures we saw. Yes?
Man, that's our complex every single day.
day we need to face air pollution and we want to come out our houses because there's too much air pollution. You can even see it, man.
Wow, is it smoke?
Yes, man.
Sure.
And we can't breathe properly. We always stay at home. When the air pollution is gone, that's when we play. But it always comes every day, man.
That's very bad, no? You can also draw a fire for air pollution, the smoke of the fire. And if there's a big fire in the forest or in the fields, that's very bad as well. Then for land pollution we all know. And I'm sure some of us have contributed. YouTube, please stop it now. We've all contributed to land pollution. Even if it's just a small paper. So maybe sometimes you were too lazy to walk to the trash bin, so you just threw it on the floor. Then you caused land pollution in a way. Just a small part, but if millions of people throws papers on the floor, then millions of papers will be on the floor. So quickly go do it. Paste it in, my dear. Stop playing with it and paste it in. Okay. So you paste it in, then you write the heading above each one, and then you draw a picture and you can color it in. But nice and neat. Yes? Oh, let me bring one for you. Okay, it just fell. Yes, please. Okay, so carry on. And then I asked you to leave open 2 lines. Okay? Yes.
Must draw the picture in the block.
Yes, you're going to draw the picture in the block. And then color it nicely. What's wrong? Please remember to leave 2 lines open underneath each one. Okay, so underneath each one, I'm going to give you one example of what causes that type of pollution. You have to go write the second one. Okay, just going to recap before Sandile. So what causes water pollution? Plastics, animal waste, sewage. Guys, so I'm going to write and we learned another one, oil from the ships. Do you remember?
Jammer vir die onderbreking, kan al die eerste span cricketspelers wat vanmiddag met baseballfees speel en met die busry, hulle kan aan die vlagbare toe gaan. En dan is daar geen langsdiens môre nie as gevolg van die naweek. Dankie.
Okay, so I said oil because the ships on the ocean that's going places where they should be going, their oil leaks into the ocean. And that's very, very bad and difficult to clean up. And that is dangerous to the animals, the sea creatures, the fish, all those creatures that live, sharks, all the creatures that live in the ocean. You know what? I think sea monsters are strong enough to handle oil, and maybe they drink it. But we don't get sea monsters, no. Land pollution. What is the cause of land pollution? People throwing trash everywhere. People using harmful chemicals on plants and trees. Chopping off the trees. I'm going to say, make this a difficult one for you so you can think. I'm going to say trash. So you have to give me another cause. So when people and businesses and everyone throws their trash just on the ground, you know, trash landfills? Is that what you call it in English? Some people take all the rubbish and throw it, put it on the car, they drive and they throw it next to the road. That is very bad. Do we do that? No, we don't. You are playing, but you didn't do your work. Okay, so the next one, noise pollution. What causes noise pollution?
Jammer vir jou onderbreker. Adelaide Schuze en graad 5S. Kan jy met jou klas van voor toe kom asseblief? Dankie.
Yes. Airplanes, yes. And construction sites. Who have been at a construction site? It's a very loud noises. Those machines they use make a lot of noise. And it's not good for you. It's not good for the environment. It's not good for anyone. And at some places, they give you earplugs. Because if you hear all those noises and loud noises, it's going to hurt your ears. And then at a point you can't hear anything anymore. So you're going to go deaf. No. And we don't want that. So it's very bad. I'm going to write down construction sites. Quickly, while I'm writing, carry on with your work, please. Otherwise, we are not going to finish. And air pollution, we said it's the what causes air pollution? Yes? Oh. Yes. Google.
No, ma'am, I wasn't going to answer the question.
What's wrong?
Ma'am, I wrote a fire on the record and I forgot that it's the noise.
Okay, I'm just going to give you a new red. Okay, but you have to paste them first. Then you have to write the headings. You already had to do that. You're actually behind, Google. Everyone is done doing it. That's why you did it wrong, because you did not listen. So quickly paste them. Write their name on top, what pollution it is, and then you can do it, okay? Then you won't get confused. Yes?
Ma'am, I think that cause air pollution is actually like petrol and stuff.
Yes, burning, fossil. Remember that big word? Fossil fuels. No? But I'm going to write air pollution. I'm going to say wildfires. And we saw in the video that wildfires is not something we can do something about. Sometimes it just happens. We can try to stop it, but it's something that happens naturally. Okay, sometimes it just happens naturally, and we can try to prevent it, we can try to stop it, but at the end, it's nature. Yes, Mohammed? Oh, okay. Yes? Yes. So now you're going to write down the causes underneath each block. I already gave you one at each. You have to go insert a second one. Okay? Please sit down. I don't know why you are standing. And don't sit on your... What are you sitting on? But why is it turned like that? Everyone that sits with their chairs like that, please turn them around. The back side should be supporting your back. Yes? No, please continue with your work and finish your work.
Ma'am, look, ma'am, you see here, ma'am. Ma'am, it doesn't make it here, ma'am.
Ah, it's a magnet. That's cool. Okay, but please continue your work now. Yes? Yes, you may. If he comes back. Sandile is looking behind him and not doing his work, man. Please continue your work. Fazile? What? Yes, Fazile has a very good one. He says generators make a lot of noise. Is that true? Yes. Yes. And imagine a lot of generators next to each other. That will make me go crazy.
Ma'am, and loud music.
Loud music. Those people at the clubs with the loud music party, that's bad for the environment. We shouldn't play that loud of music. That's noise pollution. And then sometimes you can hear it and the place is far away from you and you're lying in bed and you just hear doof, doof, doof. It happens at me because I live near a place that likes to play loud music and it drives me crazy. And that's very bad for the environment.
Ma'am, that when you play too much, when there's too much around, the dogs get killed.
Yes, that's true. And remember, natural things can also cause pollution. So it's not only us that's polluting our earth, natural things as well. Like we said, animals, yes. How can they pollute? Yes, my dear.
When it eats fish, it throws it down.
Yes, if it doesn't eat every part of it, it just throws the dead fish down. That's gross.
Ma'am is telling you that he has a bear.
No, we don't get bears in South Africa.
Then?
Okay, let's quiet down quickly because I see we are getting busy. Let's just quiet down. Quickly do your work, then we can talk again. Guys, so now you've written and you've drew your pictures. You've colored it nicely and you wrote 2 causes next to each one. If you have done that, you can draw a line underneath your work. You can close your book and bring your book to me so that I can mark your book. And then we are going to carry on. I'm going to ask you some fun questions to see if you listened. And that will be the end of our lesson for today.